Matt, thanks. The numbers are staggering. 37 children died in Indiana daycare since 2009.
At least 3 in our area. Now, it's important to point out at least 10 of them were SIDS cases, and 11 of them, we don't know how those kids died. Now,
the laws regulating Indiana daycares aren't as tough as you might think. WSBT-22's Kelly Stopczynski investigated those loopholes leading to daycare dangers. And Kelly, this is a story every parent needs to see.
You know, you might think the daycare or the babysitter watching your kids is safe enough or good enough. But when you take a closer look and you hear from local parents who dropped their kids off but never got to bring them back home, you might change your mind. Through the wrought iron gate in the Garden of Angels.
Hi, baby boy.
Is where Nova Bertel feels closest to her son.
Gotta sweep you off. It's hard. Now he would be running and playing and have to miss out on it.
You think about it, I think, oh, well, I trust my babysitter, you know, or, you know, someone's, I trust the person watching my kid. I don't have to worry about this. This isn't a problem for me. But in reality, it is a problem for you.
Like tens of thousands of parents in Indiana, Dave Bertel dropped off his kids, 2-year-old Haley and 18-month-old Peyton, at daycare on August 6, 2012. That afternoon, he got a panicked phone call from longtime family friend Dana Schell, who ran the daycare in her Warsaw home.
She basically said that Peyton was choking on something.
Medics rushed Peyton to the hospital, but it was too late.
There was actually a few stories in between, and then finally, I guess she went in and just finally told him the truth.
Prosecutors charged Schell with felony neglect of a dependent and reckless homicide for putting Peyton into a car seat for his nap and buckling the chest strap, but not the straps around his legs.
She walked into the bedroom and found him unresponsive, and at that point, she realized the car seat wasn't fastened right. So she set him up in the car seat and fastened it right and then went back out.
A coroner ruled the boy died from positional asphyxia, suffocated by that chest strap.
We never really got an estimated time on how long he had been in there before the call was actually made to the EMS.
And they're not alone in that search for answers.
I don't know, was he crying? I don't know, was he screaming? I don't know. And I want to know, but I will never know.
Anita LaFleur's 5-year-old son, Amarion, died at Trisha's Playhouse in Michigan City in June. The coroner says Amarion accidentally hanged himself with a jump rope hanging from a play set. Investigators say he died outside while 2 workers were inside, not watching him. That daycare had just been cited by the state for 6 violations, including failure to report suspected abuse.
If I don't stand up and be strong for him and fight for him as hard as I have to, then he's just gonna be another kid that lost his life.
After their sons died, LaFleur and the Bertels researched Indiana daycare laws.
There's not a lot to them, really.
The state breaks down daycares into 3 categories. Licensed providers are overseen and inspected by the state. They can receive taxpayer money to care for low-income children. Unlicensed registered ministries are operated by a church or religious ministry. They have fewer state inspection requirements, are exempt from federal income taxes, and may accept taxpayer money. And illegal daycares that have more than 5 children unrelated to the caregiver and operate without reporting to the state. The state does not know they exist. The daycare where little Peyton died was illegal. Investigators say Schell was taking care of at least 10 kids that day. And 18-month-old Skylar Bullocks died after drowning at another illegal daycare in Osceola just 4 days earlier.
I know that in Indiana it has been a battle.
State Representative Rebecca Kubacki says she lost the May primary because she refused to back down from religious groups fighting stronger daycare laws.
We need to pass legislation that says we are going to monitor all child care facilities.
The difficulty with that is that we don't even know that they're there.
State Representative Tim Westco chaired a summer study committee on child care.
We have laws to protect the kids in these daycares, The difficulty is the state cannot be omnipresent and there all the time to make sure that there's constant supervision at every single daycare.
Kubacki says lawmakers struggled to pass watered-down legislation for daycares, but it's not enough. The number of children dying in Indiana daycares is rising. The state says there was a sharp increase in 2012 and 2013, and so far this year, 9 children have died.
The state's not going to be able to do much about it. I don't think they ever will. But as a parent, people need to understand what they should be looking for and asking.
Dave and Nova Bertel say they knew Dana Schell for 25 years and trusted her, but they did not know to ask the important questions.
Who wants another brownie?
It's almost like you're interviewing somebody for a job. You know, you need to ask questions. You need to ask, one, ask them, you know, are you licensed, are you unlicensed? Are you receiving funds from the child care development program?
The Bertels say educating others about what happened to their son and other daycare dangers could save lives. But they will never have closure.
Like when we go to Walmart or something and we see a little boy that might kind of look like Peyton, it's just like we can tear up and have to walk away.
The Bertels say they did not know Schell's daycare was illegal. Dana Schell pleaded guilty to reckless homicide last year. A judge sentenced her to 2 years in prison. She served 7 months. The Michigan City case is ongoing. 2 daycare workers and the owner face criminal charges in that case.
And Kelly, bottom line here, what do parents need to know to keep their kids safe?
You know, you heard Dave Bertel say it. First thing, ask your daycare if they're licensed or unlicensed, then check it out. There is a link on our website right now, WSBT.com, link to this story. It goes to the state website, and there you can search county by county for your daycare's name and also see if they've ever been in trouble with the state and what for. Keep in mind, though, a daycare with 5 or fewer children unrelated to the caregiver is legal. They don't need to be licensed.
You know, there may be parents out there who, after doing all of that work and checking into their own daycares, find out that the one they're using may be illegal. What then at that point should they do?
That's a tough situation there. Again, illegal daycares, they're not overseen by the state. If a daycare has 5 or more children present and they do not have a license, the state wants to hear about it. Right now, also on our website, there is a toll-free number for that where you can report it. I also have links on exactly what the laws say, including brand new legislation that goes into effect next July. The bottom line, though, here, trust your gut and do your homework. I know I learned a lot from this story, as did people in our newsroom.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's many really good daycares out there. You just have to do your research.
That's right.
There you go. Kelly, thanks.